It's got these like fans of treble crochets that kind of look like big ears. On this video, I'm going to teach you how to make the Aquarius Stitch Motif. I'm going to be using a 4mm hook and some acrylic yarn size 4. Testing. So we're going to start with a slip knot and we're going to start with a base ring. For your base ring, you want to start with a chain 8. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now to close off the ring, we want to do a slip stitch into the very first chain that you made. So into this first chain here, insert your hook, grab the yarn and pull through to close. And that's the base ring. For row 1, you're going to chain 1. And then you want to work 16 single crochets into the circle. So into the base ring, we're going to do a single crochet. That's 1, 2, 3. We want to do a total of 16. I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, so I just finished my last single crochet. To finish off this row, you want to do a slip stitch into the very first stitch that you made. So into the first single crochet, we insert our hook, grab the yarn and pull through to close. And this here is the end of row 1. For row 2, you're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That chain 4 counts as a treble crochet. Now we want to do 2 treble crochets into the first stitch. So into the first single crochet, which is the one that you're currently on, into there we're going to do 2 treble crochets. So we yarn over twice, insert our hook into the stitch that you're in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And now do that again, yarn over twice, insert your hook into the same spot, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And now we're going to do 3 treble crochets into the next stitch. So into the next single crochet, we want 3 treble crochets. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to do a chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to skip the next 2 stitches and then do 3 treble crochets into each of the next 2 stitches. So we skip 2, 1, 2, into the next 3 treble crochets. So here's 1, 2, 3. Now into the next stitch, 3 treble crochets as well. So here's 1, 2, and 3 into the same. And now to finish off the repeat, we want to do a chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we want to do this 2 more times. So I'll just repeat it verbally. You want to skip the next 2 stitches and then do 3 treble crochets into each of the next 2 stitches after that. And then you want to chain 5. And that's what you want to repeat. Let's do that 2 more times. Skip 2, 3 treble crochets, 3 treble crochets, and a chain 5. Do that twice and I'll see you when you're done. Okay, so I just did my final repetition here. So you'll notice that you have 2 stitches left. And after you've done your final chain 5, we're just going to do a slip stitch into the very first chain 4 that you started with onto that 4th chain. So into the top of the chain 4, insert your hook, grab the yarn and pull through to close. And this here is the end of row 2. For row 3, we're going to chain 1. And then you want to do 1 single crochet into the same place as the last slip stitch. So into the top of the chain 4, you insert your hook, grab the yarn and pull through for a single crochet. Now we're going to start the row repeat. Into the next stitch, you want to do a half double crochet. And into the same stitch, a double crochet. Now we want to do 2 treble crochets into each of the next 2 stitches. So we yarn over twice, into the next stitch, 2 treble crochets. That was my first. This is my second. And now you want to do 2 treble crochets into the next stitch as well. That's my first. And that's my second. Continuing the repeat into the next stitch, you want to do a double crochet. And then a half double crochet. Into the next stitch, you want to do a single crochet. And that's basically the repeat that you want at the other side of the treble crochets of the previous row to create that kind of petal. Now we have come to the chain spaces. So we're going to do 1 single crochet into each of the next 2 chains. So for this one, we're going to go into the chain itself. You're going to go into that first chain and do a single crochet. And into the next chain, another single crochet. Now into the next chain, we're going to work 3 single crochets into the same one. So here's 1, 2, and 3. And now we want to do 1 single crochet into each of the last 2 chains that you have. So there's 1 and 2. And that's what you want to do around the chain space. So now to finish off the repeat, we are going to do a single crochet into the next and first treble crochet. A single crochet. That ends the row repeat. Let's do it again one more time together. The row repeat starts at into the next stitch, do a half double crochet, and then a double crochet into the same stitch. Now you want 2 treble crochets into each of the next 2 stitches. So here is 1, and 2, forgot to say that. Into the next stitch, another 2 treble crochets. There's 1 and 2. Now into the next stitch, you want to do a double crochet, and then a half double crochet into the same stitch. And now into the last treble crochet of the group, you want to do a single crochet. And now that brings us to the chain 5 space. So we want to do 1 single crochet into each of the first 2 chains. So here is 1 and 2. Now into the third chain, you want to do 3 single crochets into the same one. That's 3. And now 1 single crochet into each of the last 2 chains. And now to finish the row repeat, you want to do 1 single crochet into the first treble crochet of the next group. And there we have it. That ends the row repeat. So you can go back to the beginning of the repeat if you need to remember what the repetition is. Do this 2 more times. I'll see you when you're done. Okay, so I just did my final repetition here, and I just want to show you the very last chain 5 space because we're going to be skipping something real quick. So I just did my single crochet into the last treble crochet of the group. Now you want to do the single crochet into each of the next 2 chains. There's 1 and there's 2. Into the next chain, you want 3 single crochets into the same place. So 1, 2, 3. And then you want 1 single crochet into each of the next and last 2 chains. And we're going to be skipping of the repetition, and we're going to be skipping that next single crochet because you started with 1 at this row. So into that single crochet that you first made, you're going to do a slip stitch to finish off this row. And this here is the end of row 3. You can go ahead and cut off your yarn and thread your ends through. And here we have it. Cute little motif. It reminds me of the shamrock. I have on the series, if you want to go check it out, it's called the shamrock motif. It's a little similar, but real pretty. It's got these like fans of treble crochets that kind of look like big ears. And it's a little curved, so it adds a little bit of texture to it. Real pretty. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.